Happy Facebook Friday. I have a guest today. This is LB. He's in a festive mood, mostly because he just had a treat. But I thought I would introduce him to you since I am home today, obviously. And if you follow my page, you'll probably see some comments about him and his crazy antics. He is a mini lop. And he's a little over 2 years old, might be going around to 3, not quite sure yet. And he's an old man in a young bun's body. And I don't know how you could be in a cranky mood if you had that face greeting you every day. So we thought we'd say hi. I'm not the crazy pet person who dresses him up all the time, but come on, that is a cute hat. So I hope you're having a good Friday. And what I wanted to talk about today was community. It kept coming into my head when I was asking, okay, what's today's topic and what can I bring about? So the idea of community is something that I've definitely tried to create over the years with when we had the store, the center, the classes, and just encouraging people to be a part of what's going on around you and to pay attention and to connect. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you always have to be out and about. I am not the person who's going to be on every committee, did that in years past. I like coming home. And sometimes the world is a little too people-y for me. As much as I love you guys, I need my space. But the community can be created however it works for you. You can volunteer. You can participate, go to your gym. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Soul's, my Soul sweatshirt, because when you work from home and do all your sessions on the phone, nobody cares what you look like. So if we've done a phone session today, this is what I look like. So I want to encourage you as you move into the next year to think about how are you being in community. I love Pittsfield. I love being here. I'm not a native. I'm a transplant, and I have thoroughly enjoyed the 15 years I've been here. Forgot to turn the phone off. That's the business line, which is a good thing. And sometimes I hear a lot of chatter about people not liking their neighborhood and everything. And I think you have to look beyond what's annoying you. And if you're not being part of the change and bringing an attitude of appreciation, then yeah, you are part of the problem. So watch where you're complaining, because that energy goes out. And I mean, come on. It's like rabbit therapy. It just helps you calm down. In about 2 minutes, he's going to jump and I'll have to let him down. But we're good for about 5 minutes. So some of the community that I've found lately is through this running challenge that I'm doing. It's a mile a day for 30 days. 40 days, sorry. We're in day 30 right now. So 10 more days. He does shed a lot though. So the thing that's really surprised me is the group that's getting created on Facebook has been so wonderful to log on to my Facebook and see the feed be all positive. Everybody's supporting each other. Doesn't matter what speed we go. It doesn't matter what intention, what goal anybody has. Most of us are jumping on there and saying, good job, really genuinely meaning it, that it's not competition or anything. So maybe there's a community group like that for you. I do believe the face-to-face is important. So see, the hair is flying around everywhere. So getting out of your comfort zone, for me, that's often accepting an invitation to a party. So last night when one was presented, before my head could get in the way of saying, don't you just want to stay home on a Friday night? It's supposed to snow, all those things that come up. I accepted and set the intention that I was going to go and have a good time. And I'm sure I will, because most of the time it's the critic that's in our head, hello ladies, that stops us from actually doing some of these things that, when you look back on it, are so much fun and are really part of creating a life that has balance and that has different people in it and experiences and perceptions. So as you move through these holidays and we head into 2018, maybe take a little inventory of your own life and where are you holding yourself back from participating in whatever you consider community to be. And then maybe stretch just a little bit and sign up for a class, go to a workout, heck, hang out in the library for a couple hours or something, just so you can see the people and find out what is in your, you see the hair flying around? Word to the wise, if you plan on getting a lock, there will be a lot of hair and poop. A lot of poop, but the snuggles are so worth it. So the animal's part of the community, you know, they're bringing the peace that's in there. So the intention for today is to encourage you to check in and see what fills you up, because the community that you're looking for and that you would like to hang out with may not be, hi Amy, what your family or your partner or siblings or current friends that you have would be interested in. Most of my friends are not interested in me asking if they want to go for a run, but I needed that community. So in order to create it for myself, I had to step outside of what everybody else wanted to do and just see what it could bring me. And it's been a lot of fun. So as I move into this new office space in a little over a week, it's also another form of community, because there will be, I'm not sure of the final number, but there's like 8 or 9 other practitioners that will be present. And that is exciting for me, to be able to see somebody in the hallway. And that's another way of creating community, of reaching out. So as we go through and you move through this kind of crazy week it can be for somebody, can you just stay calm and connect in with yourself? I don't care if you have to sit in the driveway in the car for 5 minutes, to take that breath and to really connect to what this time of year means, because you can use the ending of the year, the beginning of the year, to set intentions. I'm going to shift just a little bit here. Debbie is asking, are our loved ones around more during the holidays, and when we miss them more than we normally would? I don't know that they're around more during the holidays. I think we're more aware that they're not here physically. You know, the other side isn't all, when we cross, it's not all hanging around making sure those of us that are physical are okay. And I know that's not going to be something everybody wants to hear, but when a soul crosses in court, including ourselves, we still have stuff to learn. And there's a school, and there's still a form of work and interaction that happens, that they can't be around us 24/7, because that wouldn't help their growth either. Now, you may be missing them more because the holidays bring up that family get-togethers and the experience and just the memories that are there. But my feeling is that when we're feeling them, they're already in our field. So, see, we got about 2 more. We got 5 minutes out of them. He's a 10-minute bunny and no more. He knows his limits. He's got good boundaries. So I don't think they're around more. I think we're more aware of it. It's really going to depend on the individual soul's process and where they are and what they're working on the other side. I would encourage taking that time, remembering them, putting a hand over your heart and feeling their essence around you. It's not about us when we cross. Well, that didn't come out right. It's about us as a soul when we cross. It's not about our physical selves. And I know I give just a little bit different message than a lot of the mediums out there, but it's truthful to me in that I really believe those who have crossed are great. They're fine. They don't need to hang out with us because from a soul place, they're complete and they understand that we do this many times and there'll be other opportunities to hang out. So I believe that they want to help us with whatever hurt we have or whatever we're processing. But we are not their sole existence. And I think we have to start being almost proud of them for completing their journey. When my husband was passing, one of the things that I asked him to do was to keep high-fiving me. And because I think we should celebrate somebody's completion of their physical life in that they have completed whatever their contract came in to be, with the exception of suicide. That's the only loophole. And I feel like as we went through it, I wanted him to be proud of himself and to really be in alignment with this eternal process that we have going on. So yeah, there was a lot of high-fiving going on, even when my heart was breaking at the time, because I truly wanted him to be, and any person that I've had the privilege of being with as they transition, I wanted them to be proud that they were achieving that. So trust, if you're feeling, Debbie, that someone's around you, like trust that, okay? And really take that space and be in that calm to see if you can feel them. I don't believe we need mediums to have this communication thing. I think we can all do it. So you're aware of missing them. And while I know that they still love us, I don't think that they miss us in the way we do, because we feel a hole where they feel, well, quite frankly, pretty stinking excited to be where they are. So have your traditions, send your love, and see if you can make your own connection. It's also a good time to maybe look at your own life and see what, if you were croaking shortly, what needs to be shifted. You don't have to wait until you croak in order to have in your life what lines up with you and what feels good. So, but that takes courage and listening to yourself. So, people have asked me if the holidays are tough for me, and I really don't feel like they are, because we know when the holidays are coming, and they feel pretty predictable. For me, it's that random Tuesday where I forget that he's not coming in from a coffee date, or where I want to tell him something that's fun going on, and then I realize, well, he already knows. So there's no point in making an announcement. So my feeling is that we can shift some of that deficit that can be a habit of getting into around the holidays, and shift it to a place of celebration. So I hope that answered your question. Long-winded, but let's face it, it's me. I'm going to be long-winded. So the intuitive development group that's been listed on the website is sold out. So that's exciting. The third one to sell out. So there will be another class. I'll be adding that by, I was going to say this weekend, that's tomorrow. So I guess by this weekend tomorrow, so that those of you who didn't get in on this one can sign up. It's become a pretty popular class and segment because people are feeling their own development and really having a lot of fun with it. And so that'll be listed. I'm going to be doing a New Year, new space promotion. As we head into the New Year's, there's an intention, well, there's a focus on setting a resolution. And that's never really set well with me because I feel like when we're in resolution, it always feels like a resigned energy. It's never felt like, woohoo, a resolution. And then I feel like the critic can pop in there and have its little chat with your head and saying, well, you didn't address it, you didn't get it done, you didn't do whatever the case may be. So new space, new year, promotion will be coming out in the next newsletter. So keep an eye on that. It'll be percentages off sessions, classes, that kind of stuff. And keep the questions coming because I really would like to, like Debbie has said here in her question, I really would like to be able to give kind of on the spot mini classes, so to speak, according to Vicki, and to be able to offer the support and the coaching in this more what I feel like kind of informal way, especially dressed as I am today. Souls Fitness down in Lee, amazing gym, great energy. You can see me there Monday mornings at 6:15 when I kick your butt in the indoor cycle class. Karaoke is very much permitted in that class. I hope you have the best December, rest of December, heading into the new year. Please know that you can make changes every day. We do not have to wait for January 1st. I don't know if you got that memo. And that you're taking care of you and that you're asking yourself, what do the holidays mean to me? What kind of connections do I want to have with people while they're still here physically? And what kind of connection do I want to have with myself? Because you travel around with you like 24/7, you really ought to like you. It makes the process a whole lot more fun. So for those of us who are doing the Runner's World Challenge, day 30, 10 more to go, unless you continue it, like some of us who might be a little nuts are considering. And if you're not attending, if you're not part of it, please take care of you. Please do something that moves those buns, that gets the energy traveling up and down the chakra, because that's what chakras, that's what exercise does as well. Whatever lines up with you, it really is choice. And I am so grateful for all of you for being in my life, for however you've contributed, whether you know it or not. A lot of the times I get a good chuckle out of some of the comments, and knowing that people are around, whether I've known you a day or your entire life. And that's the type of community that can sustain us when we feel rather isolated in this world sometimes. So through the connection of heart, for me, technology works. And I hope that you have a blessed week and more. And then send in those questions and the anything that you'd like to chat about. Thank you, everyone who joined. I appreciate it. And I will see you next Friday for the last Friday of the year. And let's see what kind of conversations we can get into then. Hey, Krista. Love you too. Amy, Merry Christmas to you as well. I so wish you all the best. And LB says goodbye. He had to go probably eat 5 pounds of hay. So that is his job in this house. So all my best. Take care.